Hi guys, and welcome to week 11! You obviously know what day it is if you've been here this long. Sadly, there's nothing this week. I know, there was a little tiny itty bit of maybe exciting news last week, and this week there's nothing. Last week, because of the nature of the video, I didn't actually get to mention what this week would be, which is good because I kind of changed my mind anyway about what it was going to be. I've been meaning to do underrated Disney films for a few weeks. That video would require me to actually go and watch all the movies that I haven't seen. I still need to see the kind of 40s packaged films and both of the Winnie the Pooh movies. So that one's going to be put off basically until I have the time to go and watch all of those movies so that I can properly comment on all of them. This video instead today is going to be about Disney elitists. Sarah Stitch has actually already made a video kind of the same, so I'll put a link to that somewhere because it is a really entertaining video. I really like it. But my video is probably going to be more about how I'm a Disney elitist. I will freely put my hand up and say that I'm a Disney elitist. I'll also freely admit that I don't know as much as I could about Disney. I don't know all the little facts. I don't know everything about Walt Disney. I don't even know Walt Disney's birthday. But I know more than your regular human would. And that's enough for me. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly putting little tidbits into my brain folder of knowledge. And that's great. I will accept that. But when it comes to correcting people, I have a problem. I have a problem where I can't correct people without sounding rude. No matter how nice I try to sound, no matter how high I try to put my voice, I can't come off as kind. It never sounds like I'm just trying to give that person the real facts. It sounds like I'm trying to murder them. Last year there was a girl who came into our course around halfway. She was only in one of my classes, and so I didn't have that much interaction with her, and everyone else said she was lovely, and she sounded like a lovely, lovely person. But one day we were sitting down and I was talking about the 20th Century Fox animated Anastasia movie, because I'd received the music box for my birthday. And she pipes up and she goes, "Oh, the Disney one." And I always freeze in these situations because I don't know how to project my voice in a way that sounds nice. So I kind of paused and thought to myself for a little bit. And then I said, as nicely as possible, "Actually, that's a 20th Century Fox film." I'd imagine that's kind of how I wanted it to sound. Possibly a little bit nicer, a little bit less frustrated, but that's around the tone I was going for. What came out of my mouth was probably more like, "That's the 20th Century Fox film?" And it kind of went well. I was doing great. I was making friends. I was not correcting people when they said that Wreck-It Ralph was Pixar. How can you think Wreck-It Ralph is Pixar? How? Anyway, sorry. Whew! I didn't correct people when they made mistakes like that. And when they said to me that Leia was a Disney princess, I didn't punch them in the face. I was doing really well. Until one day, I was having lunch with some friends in the Melbourne Central Food Court, and there is a person, well, not one person around that area, there's a lot of people around that area who are homeless. There's one person who goes into the food courts, there's two in Melbourne Central, and asks for spare change. And I just that day taken cash out, bought quite a few things, ended up with some change. So this person comes up to us and asks if we have any change. And I said yes, because I knew that I did. So I pull out my little coin purse, and while the person is standing there, we start off a little bit of a conversation because my bag is a complete mess and I can never find anything in it, so I make conversations with people to distract them from how long it's taking me to pull what I want out of the spiraling void that is my handbag. And so I'm talking to this person, and they see my JJ's bag, because JJ's was having a huge sale on Disney clothes. And so they see my JJ's bag, and they say, oh, JJ's, I used to love JJ's. And I said, yeah, I like JJ's, you know. And then I mentioned that they had a huge sale on Disney stuff, and that I'd bought a whole bunch of stuff. And at this point, you could tell I was a Disney fan. I had 3 Disney items in my JJ's bag. I've got Disney on my shirt. I've got a Disney bag, a Disney wallet, a Disney everything. And you can tell that I'm a Disney fan. And this person, while I'm still trying to find this thing in my bag, this person turns to me and says, oh, you know what my favorite Disney character is? And I'm like, oh, okay. What? I don't know, what? What's your favorite Disney character? And just as I get the coins out of my purse and I'm motioning to hand them over, the person says, Scooby-Doo. And I pause, and I genuinely, for a second, thought they were joking, but they repeated themselves completely seriously. The 2 guys who were sitting with me both know how much of a Disney freak I am, and how hard it is for me not to correct people when they make mistakes. And so I just silently placed the coins in their hand and watched them leave. Still paused in this position. I just stopped. And the guys I was with started pissing themselves laughing, because they could see the burning hellfire in my eyes as soon as that person said Scooby-Doo. That moment still haunts me to this day. Being a Disney elitist is hard. It's hard work sometimes. It takes a lot of patience and good temperament, and I would really love to hear your stories from all you Disney elitists out there, and all the things that bug you that people get wrong all the time. I guess that's it from me. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully with some news, if not, with some movie talk. We're going to talk movies. You and me, we're going to talk movies. It's going to be great. I'll bring the words, you bring the popcorn. Yeah. That's all.